Good Thursday evening, Vincentians and viewers all across the world, wherever you are. It is another time for your favorite Thursday evening program, Uplift with Sion Marshall, and the program begins right now. By now, you should have gotten the notification that Uplift with Sion Marshall is on. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to share the live. Let me do that now. So I want to share it too as well. 1 second, because you want as many people as possible to see this fantastic program that we have every Thursday night at 9 o'clock, right? So let's do this. Oops. Where is it? That. And share and tune in. See, I'm taking the time to do it just like you, right? So whether you're on your phone, your iPad, or you're on your computer, I'm sharing the live. So please take a few minutes, a few seconds, share the live. All right? Share. Boom. So it's shared. Uplift with Sion Marshall is now shared. It's on. So yeah, it's another Friday. Whew, it's another Thursday evening. My time is just sometimes, honestly, I can't remember. I can't figure out where am I, which space I'm in. So please forgive me. But it's another Thursday evening and time for your favorite Uplift with Sion Marshall. Your host, Sion Marshall. So let me take a few minutes at the beginning of this program to remind you of the competition that's going on, this, where you can win your very, very own copy of, why do I keep saying copy? Your very own item. Two individuals would win. All right. And remember, all you have to do, take a photograph of yourself watching the program like right now, post it, tag us. What you're supposed to say, what you're supposed to write in the caption is on the Facebook page. So you copy and paste it, you put it in, you tag us, and then you get people to like the photo that you are posted. And at the end of this month, we are going to choose two individuals who would win their very own Uplift with Sion Marshall mug. They're available also. If you think that you want to get your own and you're not so much into a competition, send me a message and we can organize how I can get that to you as well. All right. So don't forget that at all. Let me welcome all those individuals who are tuning in on whatever platform you normally get it. You haven't, for some reason, you haven't liked our Facebook page or followed us on Facebook, or you haven't liked and subscribed to our YouTube channel. I'm not sure what you're waiting for. By now, you should have done that. So please go hit the subscribe button on YouTube or follow us on Facebook so that you can get your own notification whenever the program starts. All right. So just take a few minutes and do that. Let me say good evening to my good friend Evan Roberts. He's in St. Vincent and showing off himself. He went home and got a bucket of grafted mangoes and decided to send me a photograph. That was very mean, Evan. That was very, very, very mean of you. But I love you still. All right. So to all those who are watching, if you are, just send a hi so I can acknowledge you on. And, hopefully you'd enjoy the program that we have for you this evening. All right. Now, hey, cricket has started. After all that has been happening, after everything that has happened and all the talk and everything, we finally had our first T20 World Cup match in St. Vincent and the Grenadines between the Netherlands and Bangladesh. Now, what did the Netherlands do? Now, my guest who's coming on was at the cricket, but having a little discussion before we started, I don't think I can ask my guest anything about cricket because he has already told me that he went in every single pool. So chances are he saw nothing about the game. So I'm not even going to get into that. But what was the Netherlands thinking? You had the game. You're 70 something for three, 80 something for three, going good. I mean, 9 runs over. That's your match. And then you lose like 3 wickets in an over for 1 run. I mean, and lose. That was your match, Netherlands. And the quote unquote, I'm going to use those, air brackets. The smaller teams have been really showing up and doing well. You see the USA, they can qualify. You see um, Afghanistan, although it's not considered a small team, doing well. You see, you know, different teams who are not traditionally recognized as the quote unquote big teams, the big 7 or 8 or what have you. They're showing up and they're doing well. So this is interesting. Let's see what happens. But so far, I believe I don't believe West Indies has gone through, and it appears that they're going to be playing South Africa next. That is going to be an interesting game. Now, mind you, West Indies just played South Africa in a series and just whitewashed them or blackwashed them or whatever color wash it is. So I hope they don't come in too overconfident on this one, really, because that ain't gonna be a good look. Really, really, really. Anyway, so listen, enjoy the cricket. We have a few more games to go, 2 more games to go. Enjoy the cricket, go out, support. Looking at the match online, looking at it, listen, and I was at my center today, and I was so proud to point out to my colleagues, some of my colleagues, and I have Bangladeshi and so on in my cohort, and I was so proud to be pointing out that's our stadium, that's it, Mr. Grandies. Oh my God, really? That's your country? Beautiful. So today for me was a moment of pride. I would have much preferred to be at home at the game, but alas, I wasn't. But continue to go out and support the games, support ICC T20 World Cup, support St. Vincent and the Grenadines, put our best foot forward, be as hospitable as we can. I saw a video and I shared it on my own personal page of Sir Richie Richardson, West Indies legend, in St. Vincent at the Sandals, talking about the fact that it is one of the most beautiful hotels he has ever been to. Now, if you know Richie Richardson, he has told the world, at least the cricketing world, and has stayed in many, many hotels in many different countries. And he's telling you that Sandals, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, is one of the most beautiful he has been to, and he's from Antigua as well, that is known to have some really, really amazing hotels. So that is something that we could be proud of. I shared that video of Sir Richie. I am happy. I'm proud. I actually even sent out a challenge to Dayton Butler and Nixon McLean. Make sure you take Sir Richie around, eat some roast pork. That's enough of Miss Marshall, and so forth, and get some authentic St. Vincent Grenadines. Take him down to Barley so you could eat some blackfish crisps. Yeah, and so you get some of what St. Vincent is about. All right, okay. So now it's time for me to introduce my guest, because I've done a few of the bits and pieces before we start. So now it's time to introduce my guest. This guest is a very good friend of mine. I mean, he's a very good friend of mine, and in many instances, I am biased towards him, absolutely biased towards him. And I have no shame in saying that, in admitting that, and I sit out plain. So whenever I get into a discussion about this individual, I let people know, listen, I'm biased. Because I'm a friend, I'm a favorite. When this program was launched back in 2018, he was one of the 2 guests I had on the program. I wanted to start with a bang, and I believe I did. I had Dr. Richard Byron Cox, and he was my second guest. And he came in, and he was his usual self. If you ever sit down with this gentleman to have a chat with him, you have a roller coaster of emotions. It's laughter, then he's serious, then you almost want to cry, and so forth. But that is the personality of the individual. He is the most successful soca monarch winner in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I believe he has 11 crowns. He is also a multiple Ragga Soca Monarch winner and is a road match winner. If by now you don't know who I'm talking about, I think he does say, let me out, but I will let him in. So let's welcome to the Upload program this evening, Delroy, Fireman Hooper, my super son. Delroy, good evening.
Yeah. It's St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the greatest place on earth and the rest of the world. You know, we always looking out. Fireman Hooper, Triplex, Mega Dog, Heavy Metal, Punk, undefeated, undisputed, silent, violent, weapon of mass destruction, the chosen one, concrete with steel reinforcement with specially certified aggregates, His Imperial Majesty, Royal Highness, Room 39, the Super Sun, the Electric Fence, rule of the land.
Somebody say.
Complete.
I was waiting for that part, but you just,
Yes,
somebody
said, right? And I'm not supposed to be up late this late because I've been up late for my whole entire life. The music is always up late. I'm always
that is the thing. Because you are used to being up late fireman, then they should come easy to you. So you are usually up late. So let's just continue being up late. All right.
Before you go far, the mug that I got since 2018, the up don't come off, so late still there. I may use it all the time. That is how important up late has been to me. The up is off, so I would like you to send it back to wherever you're printing your mugs to get back the up. I don't need a new mug. I need a
well, talk to ligaments because we have some old one in the cupboard. So you could probably get an old one with up on top.
Some them all later them come off. So and for your information, we have the best stadium now. After all these years, I've been saying stadium, we never had one.
Right.
We used to call it Victoria Park. I used to call it the stadium.
Yes.
Now it's the best stadium in the whole Caribbean.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And for your cricketing information, you don't want to ask me what happened today. Because if cricket play underwater, yes, me know. Because I've been in a pool at
well, that's the point I was making because you said that to me. You said, what is the temperature of the water, Fireman, at the pool? What is the temperature of the water? Is it cold? Is it chilly? What is the temperature?
No, man. Everything is straight up in 90s, close to 100 cent. Close to 100.
So you've been in boiling water?
Boiling water. It's a hot place. I said, listen, you guys need to want the visitors to come. They want the warm. Nobody want to be in anything cold now. And you yourself, me, you talk about bucket of mango. Man, be yourself. I'm just jealous, you're jealous, that you know, man.
I am, but I'm admitting that. I am admitting that.
Yes, and
I am admitting that.
For information, and look, we have mangoes out here now. Over. Up late, you see? Or when we go to people mango tree, up late, when they drop. You know, this is up late. So we have roast breadfruit, the two, you know. But let me not hit that up late so late.
It's too late for that. It's too late for that.
Up late, you're early.
Right. Your up late is by folly. Fireman, so what was the atmosphere like though out at cricket? I mean, I looked at it on the internet.
Really?
You couldn't get a real sense, of course, because they're not there. But what was the atmosphere like? How do you think the visitors, were feeling as part of the whole atmosphere of today's match? Okay, I think Fireman.
So, yeah.
I didn't hear you there. You broke up a little bit. Sorry.
Yes. Like I've been saying, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 visitors who here at the moment, and we have more to get because all our hotels are booked, right? As a matter of fact, we even have Vincent Shans at home who are booked in hotels. So, right, closer to the games.
Yes.
That's how the atmosphere in this is like. They love the picturesque ground, right? We have the most picturesque ground in all Caribbean, right? Where we have the whole mountain settings in the back and the Grenadines down at the southern end, and everything is just right. And the ground is just away from everything else. It is not in the middle of a city, no nothing. It's just on that. Kingston is always south, and then anywhere you go after that is north.
Now,
Right?
for me, as I said in the lead up at the program, for me it was a real moment of pride, Fireman, because I'm looking at what I know to be Annisville. I just left St. Vincent and the Grenadines a few months ago,
Right.
and I know what I left at Annisville
Right. So I tell you,
because I was out there.
we have a stadium.
I mean, to see the big screen and the replay and so on. Oh my word, that was just
We,
that was
we,
really
we
something.
took a playing field and turned it into a stadium. Everybody has built a stadium, right? In a few years. We take a playing field and turn it into a stadium in a few months,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely,
And it is
absolutely,
money well spent.
no doubt, no doubt,
Yes, this
no
money
doubt.
is well spent because the whole transformation of Annisville, even the entrance where we enter in now, once you're on a VVIP, right? Even the new little entrance that they make is just so strange. Where you go down on the tarmac and they have this
Yes,
new
yes,
open
I saw
entrance.
that. I saw all of
Everything
that.
was
Yes,
different. The 4 swimming pools make a difference. The 2 screens make a difference. Even I think we're probably one of the only stadium have 6 lighting poles. All the others I think are 4. But we always get ahead.
of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, we always.
And that's the thing, eh? That's the thing that you must give credit for. You build, you spend money to invest in infrastructure, and so you need to spend it in a way that
It
at
lasts
least
a few years.
makes it last for a while, exactly, so that the airport, the seaport, the Annisville stadium, as you call it, well, stadium it is, would be there for 30, 40 years before any major upgrades are needed. And so I'm happy for that. I really am happy for that. I'm really proud for that.
And I've been saying it even before this new update that we are continuing here now. That St. Vincent and the Grenadines is the new Caribbean, right? And I'm not afraid, I'm not ashamed to say that. New Caribbean, as in first time everybody tell me, oh, they want to go there and they want to go there. Now, since the arrivals of the international airport and now stadium, well, I think, and I know that we have the brand new and the newest and the best sandals, right? We've been talk about in the Caribbean.
Right,
I'm
right,
talking about the new Caribbean. We are the new Caribbean.
right.
So
So
I mean, selling it like that. St. Vincent and Grenadines, the new Caribbean, as in, we have something to see and talk about now.
well, I hope the good people from the Ministry of Tourism are listening, because you just give a tagline now. Now the official tagline is the Caribbean you're looking for. Now Fireman tonight on Upplate has branded St. Vincent and the Grenadines the new Caribbean. Thank you very much, Fireman. I love it.
Yes,
I love it. Now let me say good night to Tajo.
it's
He's on,
not
and
the Caribbean.
your brother is on as well.
The
Um,
Caribbean.
so
Yes,
let
it's
me
the
say
new.
let me say good night to them. And by the way, Taji was one of my guests on the first version. So maybe as we get more into carnival, we could bring Tajo on. I was actually supposed to have Fire Empress on with you tonight as well, but there was an issue of double booking. Um, so she had to say, "Look, I didn't realize that I had double booked, so I can't make it tonight." But so maybe I could do a Tajo and an Empress on another program as we get to Carnival, because this program is supposed to be.
You start doing that, I'm gonna come back. You can't have a program where Empress was supposed to be here and she's not here, and then you're going to bring her back with somebody else. So I'll have to come back in that duo that come in. Will be a trio.
I would let you and Tajo deal with that, because you and Tajo partner in a number of different things in the industry. So you and him would figure that out. Yeah, I can get between that.
Yeah,
Right?
sure.
All right. So there's someone on the live, Akila, saying that they agree that St. Vincent is in fact and indeed the new Caribbean. Now,
Yeah,
Fireman, let's talk about you. We're talking Fireman because Carnival. This is your season.
you want to
Um,
talk about Fireman or Delroy? It's different.
well, yeah. So we are doing a bit of a chronology, because I want us to start with Sassy and then Delroy, then Fireman.
I stopped selling clothes.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Because many individuals, of course, you're Fireman, but if they remember, uh, push up the wood. There's the
No,
part
no,
with
no.
Sassy and Rallo.
There,
Say that. Sorry,
Firewood.
firewood, firewood,
Yeah.
firewood, firewood. Right, firewood. Sassin and Ralph say that. So they
That's a long
may
time
not
ago.
realize
That's
that is part of who you are as well, because there's so much history with Fireman. The energy, people see that on stage, but I happen to see it on the basketball court, and so there's so much to this package that is Fireman. So let's go back a little bit, because as I said, it's your season, so we're going to talk Carnival, and naturally we're going to talk about your exploits on the stage. But let's go a little bit back, Fireman. A youth man, Miss Hooperson from Pito, Miss Marshall's son from Chateau. Um, Growing up, did you ever see yourself as an entertainer slash performer?
yes, because it started in school from me and Charlie and all of we used to and national we to knock with this that we get suspended for that and it was all about Mr. James who is Bam Desmond James.
Yes, bam, bam, yes.
He's the one who as a music teacher, he used to always encourage us in music, but still he's the one who used to suspend us. I'll write some lines, those discipline days in school. Lines was a big part of getting
Yes, yes, yes.
everybody together. Yes, you have to write 500 lines in.
Oh my
Sometimes.
God, I wrote my share of lines. Yes, yes.
Actually, we start writing with 2 pens. So
Yes, yes,
like
I know that too. Yes, 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 yes.
so
So that's Bam James. Now, for people who don't know, I mean, Bam from
everybody know Bam now.
Chateau. And those days, I think he played for Resurrection Fire.
Resurrection, yeah, Resurrection.
Right, right.
So, Mr. James, and we still have good camaraderie. As a matter of fact, I believe that all the teachers that has taught me in school, I still call them so. And even when I go to the band room and I meet Theo, which is
right, Mr. Young, yes, yes.
Mr. Young, and I say so, he does say, man, school finished, I still say so, because that's how we grew up, right? And I wish we can have those days back where we give respect to the elders and whoever get us this far in life.
So,
right?
So Bam was one of your influence, because Bam's a musician. He plays the guitar.
Mr. Young plays the guitar as well.
Mr. Young also plays the guitar, and incidentally, they both played for Resurrection. Incidentally,
Grumpy is the recorder.
Yes, yes, yes.
The recorder.
So those were your influences, and from those days at particular secondary school, you, as you say, Charlie, someone again who you play basketball with, Lesroy. It's Lesroy name, right? Harry.
Yeah, Lesroy.
Those are some of the individuals who you started to play around with.
We can't forget Iraqi. Iraqi Mays used to be
Iraqi Mays.
He used to be a coach too.
Yes, yes, very good sprinter.
Right.
Now a lot of people. You know, pull me over and search me up, but that's all right.
Mays.
No, but at what point, Fireman, did you start taking it seriously?
There was a point in the end of 98, beginning of 99, when Carnival was actually losing its touch, right? And Sergeant Simmons reached out to us and said, boy, we're going to do an invasion, as in, they were the DJs at the time. So DJ 20 just gotten back from sailing and he had his DJ stuff, and they say, boy, all the DJs want to do something just to keep Carnival alive, because in those days now, Touch Them start to take a little break, and Exodus and the same Resurrection that you're mentioning a while ago. So we decided, well, all right then, let me go, but 20 cannot sing at the time. So they had to take me because I was the one who was doing it in school. So that's how it actually started. The DJ Invasion 99, where Fireman Upper had that song and Spectran had that song, and whoever could have made a contribution. But in that whole group of people, I was the only one who was really a singer in school.
Okay. Okay.
So now there's where the button press and the going forward.
Okay. Now, at that stage, though, when you decided that you wanted to do this seriously, you want to take it seriously. So it's 1998. You're taking it seriously. Uh, what was some of the feedback you got from the community? Your own family. Of course,
Well,
there's
well,
teacher Lawrence. I didn't hear that.
well, um, first thing first, out of 100% Vinci, if you're going to do anything St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the first thing you're going to hear most of the time in those times was, boy, you're not going to make it. I'm telling you, boy, you're not
Okay.
going to make it. We are fight with, right? And then from our end where we are from, right? You know the word. Getting into town was a challenge, right? A challenge with everything. If you want
Everything.
to go, yeah, everything. If you want to go to school in town, you live in all day, you have to try and catch a bus, which the few buses used to run 7 in the morning and leave 4 in the evening. If you don't catch it, you can go back until 7 in the morning again. And the challenges start from right there. So the ups and the downs was very hard in that time, but when we decided to get into Kingston, I couldn't do it alone. Until today, I can't do it alone. But I couldn't do it alone. I had to take a whole van load of people. And you was a part of the van load of people because we getting straight into basketball. So the
Yes.
music and basketball tied in around the same time.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
96, 97, we win the
Yep.
championship. We
Yep.
won the
Yep.
championship. And
Yep.
then, right. So I think at that time you were at Brewery teaching out or teaching into
I was
something
I
like
was at the time I was a teacher. At the time I was a teacher. Yes.
right. So the ins and out of Notley was tough. And then I was saying to the late Stuart Louis Dooley that we can go to Kingston alone, right? We had to go with a force. So we were taking the Northern Boys / Roses crew into Kingston
Yes.
as a force. So we can be recognized more so as a force than an individual. That is why over the years my career is about we and not me.
Right. Absolutely. I know you had a lot of support, Fireman, because like you said, and I think this is another part of you that many may not be aware of, is that you are very much into basketball. Your brother, Paradise, and you uh, basically carried in a significant way the front court of Northern Boys. And then you had the back court of people like Tim Thompson and Marcus Spratt and so forth. Um, and he brought energy. But as you said, most importantly, when you moved with the van load. So Northern Boys came on the scene. You had teams like Skyforce and Calico, Oral Kings,
Cool.
Oral,
Yes.
Hyrule, and so forth. And this bunch of boys from North just burst on the scene and beat every single team. Like they went unbeaten right through, bringing energy that they'd never seen. And whenever you traveled in vans. So there was a match. Northern Boys took a van load of people to Kingstown, and that spilled off to Rose's crew. Now you mentioned some names, Stuart Louis. Of course, you have people like Bokito and those are individuals who've died.
The
So
late, the late,
that's the very late.
up late, the late.
So you recognize them for their contribution. Um, but in terms of the core of Rose's crew, it became what? You, Rallo. How many individuals form the core of Rose's crew?
Rudy, Ricey, Chainsaw, 20, Mincy, Fireman. So that was the
Right.
7 at the time.
So that
And
was
then
7.
Sugar came in after Mincy left. So it was
Mm,
always that. And Rose's crew was the new beginning for Not Leeward in terms of making us know how to leave the area where we're living, get on down into Kingston, just so I'm telling you, and make everybody in Leeward know, well, boy, sorry, we can go there and get that up. Sorry, I'm still suffering from the flu from the weekend.
but it didn't pull wholly. Anyhow, go ahead.
Yes, I still have to show a positive St. Vincent.
No,
Yes,
put St. Vincent there. Do not put St. Vincent in this on your flu.
yes, I get the flu in St. Vincent, so I thought I advertise St. Vincent. Yeah,
Oh my Lord.
yeah, I can't take it out. They'll ask you, you don't get the immigration cards electronic, and they ask you if you have been suffering from any coughs.
Right,
I
right,
get
right,
yeah.
right.
So I'm keeping it
Okay.
here. But we have much to do with that.
Yes.
So Roses Crew, we wasn't really only about just music. It was about sports as well, because on the weekends we used to take all the kids in Rudy and take them around and make sure that everything is happening. So we wanted at that time, not the order in itself only used to play sports, and our entertainment was just like Black Horse at the time. Rasnati them with the little dub center music and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to make that transformation in terms of breaking it up and putting it together where we can do a little talent search. That was the aim of the Roses Crew when we formed it. That is why it is still the most powerful group that has ever formed in Sylvester and the Grenadines. Still have me here because I'm still Roses Crew.
I hear you.
I'll have one phone call and the
And
Roses,
that's it. We'll just back together.
you'll have to come home.
That's fine. That's fine. Just one call. Just one
Yeah,
call.
we need people who with the bars to get home. We need lawyers. No, we get so big now.
Oh, I get you. I get you.
Need lawyers.
Now, Fire, going back on your years as Roses Crew, uh, going back, I think there's a bit of a breakup, a lagging now, but okay, I'm gonna wait.
So but you know,
there seems to be a lag. There seems to be a lag. There seems to be a lag, Fireman, because you broke up a little bit there.
all right.
But yeah, but you're okay now.
All right.
Let me make sure I'm getting that to see what is happening there. Now, in terms of Roses Crew, Fire, what is your favorite or most memorable Roses Crew moment?
Mr. Marshall, that is a very tough one in terms of my. Well, it will always be when the Roses Crew is together. I think, but my best moment is when we used to really go and record and have nowhere to sleep after we leave Mr. Bailey's place, Agent Bailey, the great night show. Uh, and I can remember this vividly when we came from Mr. Bailey one night, Villa Fountain, as his studio is there, and walking all the way through Arnold'sville and had $100 to stay at Macedonia Rock. When we get at Macedonia Rock, before we get by Macedonia Rock, right by the Thomas building, there used to be some coconut trees there, and a man was in the tree about after 3 in the morning picking coconuts. So we say, man, give you 2 coconuts. But he's stealing coconuts, eh? We tell him to give we 3 coconuts. But this man only give us 2.
You're receiving stolen goods, but all right, go ahead.
Right, the man only give us 2, right? So he give us 2 coconuts. But he questioning us, He's just a thief questioning us at that time. But we didn't have any vehicles, like I said, and we were going towards Macedonia Rock with 100. When we get to Macedonia Rock and we get inside, we're telling the lady we want a room to rent. But he watching 6 young men and 1 young lady. So she said, nah. That was nah. Me and Rudy, as spokesperson for Roses Crew, we were when they would say, Miss, we are the roses crew and we really want the room and because we have to wall it to not do it. And we have to get back to King by Age and Billy by 7 in the morning.
Right.
Boy, you really watch we upside down, inside out. So we paid the money. At that time, I didn't think it was $100. I think it was about $80. And we get the room and we send the young lady up to clean up herself and so on. The noise in the room was you alone not sleeping on the bed. So all 7 of us have to sleep.
You know,
your privilege is to go inside, clean up yourself. We go come inside, but all of us sleeping on the bed. So we have to sleep long ways now with the foot hanging off the bed.
Fire, right? I have a picture, right? I have a picture on my phone. I was sharing of one of those after Carnival mornings and people grung, but people watch this. Should I share it? You think I should share it?
Yes. Not yet. Let it wait. Let it wait till we come up with news. Because
I'll share it. I'll definitely share it.
But don't share it yet because they wouldn't understand. Okay. You know, people don't understand these things. When I used to have to walk from Kingston to Kittels, right from Kittels to Leyu, from Leyu to Barley to Belle Isle, get a ride in a banana truck from Belle Isle, all in the name of music to get it in the right way and all this suffering and so on with music. So for those who don't understand, who just coming to get to know Fireman and whatever, the struggle is real. And whatever I've done for St. Vincent and the Grenadines and music, it is real. That's why I'm still holding on to it because who no. You had the dialect there? Who no.
Now, Fire, you have, and I think I want to get a little personal because I think that's the point that you want to make, that you're making, and I think I want to dig a little deeper in it, because you are the most successful Soca Monarch contender in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You've won what, 11 titles?
12 and everything add up is 17.
Right. So I said 11. So it's 12. So that was 12 last year. So
right.
you have 12 Soca Monarch titles. You have what? 3 Ragga Soca Monarch titles?
Road March.
You have Road March titles and so forth.
Right.
And sometimes there is some criticism, Fireman, again into your business, but I think it's important, where people would ask, oh, but what has he done? What do you do with the money? Now, first of all, it was not big set of money in the very beginning.
Still not a big set of money.
And you're still one of the individuals who continue to agitate for better prize monies for everybody, because you understand it's not just Fireman, but once the prize money is there, whoever wins get a better package, and so you're willing to agitate for everybody. But is that a fair criticism that you've won so many times, but you have nothing to show for it? Where's the money? Wasn't there a period in time when a lot of your earnings were used for a personal matter that of course many individuals don't know about, but you were contributing to?
Some things are better not said.
True, I agree with that.
Yeah, some things.
But still, I had to ask.
Well, you have said it, but some things are better not said. For instance, I didn't want to buy myself a car, right? Because I better things to do with my money than buying a car, right? And as much as I wanted a car to take myself to and from studio, which is my job and stuff like that, it would have cost me more, right? Like getting the car to go to studio, it cost me like say $20 to and from studio at that time, right? 5 to town and day to
right
Villa Fountain, right? That couldn't take me in a car, so I could have owned the car and still cannot go to studio, right? And over the years, I've not been very loud when it comes to my personal pieces. I've been very loud on stage, and I don't ask people who are working their daily lives, whether you're a mechanic, whether you're doing civil engineering, whatever you're doing. I don't ask you, what are you doing with whatever you have? So I can't ask you, oh, you've been working there for such and such time and why you don't own a car, why you don't have that. It is not upon me to ask you that because I don't know what you own, right? Maybe you ask me, so maybe me own 15 cattle. Who knows? Yes, who knows? Right? And maybe you own a car and me own a boat. So when you reach a wharf, now you realize that my boat you have to go on. Right? I've never seen none of the men them who own supermarkets in and around Kingston, right? Talking nothing. Maybe you tell them something bad outside, but you're walking into their supermarkets. I don't know them. So it is not upon me based on intelligence, right? It is not wise, but it's something that Vincent Shand like to do. And they like to make demands to you. And I'm going to tell you, boy, this is how you should do, and you could get that. But they're not doing it. They will tell you exactly what to do and this and that, but they might probably on the back smoking weed every day. So I leave that, I rest that by itself and doing my own pieces and trying to focus on. I'm not doing Vinci Masumiro. I'm doing for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Right? And I can say that to say this. So I tell you, boy, me don't like Fireman, I don't like his music. But next week, you know, them I raise funds because somebody want a hat. And I meet them a call first. Right? And when you say these things, no, nobody don't want to say nothing, you know. When you say these things, they just say, oh, but you don't have to say. So yes, I have to say that. You've been chanting me all the time, but they're telling me I have to go to that school to do it, and I go and do it. I am the only artist speaking for myself who knows what it takes to do. If I've been taking all these free shows I've been doing for them, I'll probably be better off. Nobody want to hear that now, but I have the right to say it now, live or play it.
Let's talk about that a little bit more, Fireman. Let's talk a little bit about that because that's a critical point that you raise. Your willingness to give back. I know individuals will tell you that they've tried to reach out to performers in St. Vincent Grenadines to get them to come to a school fair, you know, or a community event, and it's almost an immediate shutdown. No, or talk to my manager, or they start quoting money.
Well,
What is it about you?
It is written in my contract. I put it as a part in my contract to management that I will be doing all school events for free.
Why? That's the question I'm going to. What is it about you that tells you that says intrinsically that these type of events, community events, school events, and so forth, you should do them without charge? Why? Why is that?
Well, you have to give back in some way, you know, right? And like this one might come out like a little joke, but I'll tell some people like the church closest to me, I tell them, well, I just pay my tithes. And the tithes I pay to my church is that they ask me for my internet, so I give them for free. Other than that, they'll have to take an internet bill for themselves. Yes, but you see, you laugh at this one. They knows that. So somebody say, well, oh, I no, me I give you for free. No, you see. So right down to churches, me I pay me tithes in that way because offering is different. And all these offering. Because I'm sure every man go church to the pastor push up him out in a what no man.
Oh my God. Oh,
In fact,
Fireman.
you go say why I bring
No,
you.
I did warn the viewers that tonight's program is going to have a roller coaster of emotions because you're going to laugh, you're going to be serious, and so forth. And you see what I'm talking about. So, but that is something though, Fireman, about you that I really appreciate as a performer, and I think that has contributed significantly. I think- yeah, just tell Ligaments to check his mommy's comment because Evelyn is hard too. I think she liked that. I think she liked that tights analogy.
The tithes and different.
Yeah.
What
So
I'm saying is we take a lot of things for granted in this whole, and like I'm doing, like all I'm doing is for St. Vincent and the Grenadines to keep the culture alive, keep it going, bringing in the youths, what all the pieces just to keep our culture alive. You could imagine if I take myself out, I see it and I see the direction which it, in which it is going. I don't like it. But it's not about those with the loud mouths who just get a laptop today and call themselves a DJ. They think they could walk on radio and they doesn't have a program to walk on radio and so on. You know them and I know them as well, right? And they talk all day and only get 200 views. And I talk for 5 minutes and get 30,000 views. It's a difference. If you don't have a voice, shut your mouth and come off the thing.
You train real stones on my program tonight, the boy. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Hold on.
No, no,
You can
no.
close it now.
No, we're not closing it. But that attitude, Fireman, that what you've been doing in terms of the schools and so forth, giving back. Would you say that that has contributed to your base and to your success and to your popularity as well?
Yes, sure. I was banned for 12 years on radio. I had no parole. I had no visitors. I did my time. You can laugh loud enough because you know what I'm talking is true. Yes, I had no parole, right? I was in state penitentiary, right? And Natalie is a sovereign place. You know, when you're from Natalie, you know this thing might high, right? And you don't want to say that, but I'm telling you, even when you think they try to put you in prison too, but I did 12 years. It was sufficient for me and you. No parole, no visitors.
No visitors.
No visitors. And I walk my way around with the people.
Yes.
So I had to form my own radio stations, which is meet and greet people in every village, minibus drivers with music in them. So that's how I used to go move around. And I used to go in different villages, just stay off. Like I just leave, I go to Greg's, stay 2 hours in Greg's, and sit with the people on the block. Bam, oh, Fireman, you come at Greg's, where come at Greg's? Somebody just tell them to come meet them for some reason. So the camaraderie and the love and so on, it just spread in that light because radio shut me down.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned how to survive.
Now, now that beef ended for a while, and then there was the other suggestion that Fireman should step aside and give the young people a chance. That you've been doing this too long. As I remember, there's a famous clip that went viral. Fireman, you're old. By one of the performers, Rusty. And some every now and again you hear that murmuring, Fireman should step aside, Fireman, and give the young people a chance. Now, my own view to this, and I'll let you comment on it, Fireman. But my own view to it is, if you want to be the best, you should beat the best, and you shouldn't be satisfied by being given a pass. If Fireman stepped aside, you never beat him. And so that year when Magical won, I was happy for him because Magical, as a feather in his cap, can say, I beat Fireman. But how do you respond to those criticism that that you've been there, maybe your time has gone and you should step aside because they're young people coming up?
I never really responded to those things. Lately, when I look back and when the naysayers or haysayers say that I'm too old, I go straight to the US Congress. The president and who trying to run for president, and I check the age, and there's young people in Congress. Like, yes, and I go to our own House of Parliament, right? One thing I know for sure, you might not agree with me with this, but this is my truth, and it will always be the truth. I used to think the future is young people, but you have to hear me out. The future is who live. You read it.
I read it. I read it.
Yes, a lot of them, oh, I'm gonna take my house and I'm gonna give it to my kids and because they're younger than me and no. So what if transcended? God forbid. He can be the future. So the future who live, right? So you have to pass knowledge down and pass it on, but it doesn't mean that you have to move away from what you are doing. And if that's the case, the people who've been encouraging that and been doing that, they're still sitting in the same seat of the scornful. I have to put biblical terms in your thing, and you can't tell me you don't know what to read.
Yes, absolutely. No, Fireman, and that is the thing, yeah. I mean, a lot of individuals who have who do not know you personally may never realize how sometimes profound you can be. And that comment that you just made, the future is not for the young or for the youth, it's for those who live. And you're absolutely right.
Yes,
Because
that's the future.
because
It's ahead.
absolutely the future is ahead. And because when I look
If I
at
old
what
people
has
told me that,
happened.
then it would have said that.
That's the point. That is the point. Because I was about to make the point. You look at what is happening recently. You had the young police officer who died. My good buddy died, Cato, young man died, and all of those. So the truth is that the future is for those who live to see the future. Um, and and you're absolutely right with that. You're absolutely right with that.
But
And I thank you
it
for
is
that bit of it.
going around and tell you, oh, that it's it. So then I have this saying that I can't will things to my kids. I rather will things to my mom, right? But there's a back saying to that. Um, Mother Marshall been around for a very long time, and all your stability, right, and all your movements still revolves around Mother Marshall. You at Ma, Evelyn, and whoever, Ingrid, wherever, with it, still Mother Marshall. You don't have a day in your life, Mother Marshall don't come around your brain. And that is the one who keep you stable.
Grounded. Absolutely.
Am I
Absolutely. Absolutely.
right? So how the hell you becomes the future when you still think about her? In this great future, you can't forget the
Forget
past.
your past. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, what I'm going to because we're running out of time.
No, no,
I
no, no,
want
no. Time around, now bring an next clock.
wait.
Can't run out of time. You said to me, bring an next clock. We can't run out of time. This program can't be up late. Bring an next clock. Give us
Ah,
tell me running out. Tell me, let me
listen
just
to
go.
me. I where's my photograph that I just sent there? With
No,
the
no, no.
Lord,
We don't want to reach to the photograph, you know. We want to
my
reach
Lord.
running out of time.
You don't worry about that. You don't worry about that. I can't find it now. I'll
I'll
have
bring
to I'll
it
have to
back.
look for it. But because we only have about 6 minutes left at the program. It's only an hour, unfortunately.
So you
But
can
we've been having a really good discussion so far. Um, Now, in terms of your creative process, Fireman, because especially I would say the last maybe 15 years or so, there has definitely been a shift in your output. I remember one of my favorite songs of all times is Soca Battlefield. I absolutely love that song. It was my campaign song back in 2010 that I used when I was on radio. And then you had 2014 when you did the double for the first time when I called from Azerbaijan and said, listen, you're going to win every single thing. And if you had entered for Calypso, you'd have won that too. And you did. You won the triple that year. Um,
those are
but
mistakes.
there's definitely been a shift. There's definitely been a shift of what you put out. Um, and maybe even earlier than that, because somebody I know says that one of their favorite songs for you is Standard. Um, you know, what exactly goes into your creative process as you prepare for Carnival? I know you have songs, Rest Down, just Rest Down. But what goes into that creative process when you get ready for Carnival? You're writing, you're arranging, what you're going to release this year. Who are some of the people that you work with as well in the whole creative process?
Well, my intelligence team make up of a lot of people. I have to give a lot of credit to Jean Johnny Finley, Eric Horn, and Anjanella Young, and the people behind the scenes who you don't really see. Tajo and well, Atma, DJ Q, right? But ligaments, you want to hear that.
Yeah.
What is yes? What is really tough for me lately, Marshall, is I've been doing 3 decades of music now. I think I'm the longest serving so far right now. And young people today is different than us. So I have to come up with a rhythm because young people only dance rhythm and one little slam, right? So if it's bite on my way, they them the only one hear that. They don't care where you bite on makeup or food. No, I have to do all the creative writing for the elders. So I normally do a rhythm for young people. So the tempo is actually changed because I have to change with time, not with words only. So I write for the older folks and do a rhythm for the younger folks. So I try to intertwine, mix up everything to get one, but it is very hard to do, right? And when I take it to my surgery room, that is what um, takes so long for me to bring a song, and a song that as soon as it get out, somebody's gonna like it. So the youth's gonna like it, and the older folks are gonna like it. But it is something very, very hard to do in
Well,
today's time.
I got some of the music from Ligaments. I've listened. I've not listened to all of them, but I've just sampled a bit of them, and I've seen some videos of the pandemonium that you're creating already in some of those carnivals. Let's just before we end the program. I can't end the program without talking about your protege. You have two nephews. I believe they're Paradise's sons, who you're grooming to take over the soca battlefield. And
See, and I
hopefully,
must interject. I must interject. From the
yes.
day my brother sent me those 2 kids and tell me they want to sing, I say, boy, they're threatening my kingdom. And I don't like people to threaten my kingdom. See, and if you somebody who play tomorrow night, you'll go vex. So as soon as Paradise tell me, boy, me to son want to sing. The thing is, and they're threatening my kingdom, but they can't, uncle, you have to write a song, you know. So you still want me to write a song to beat me. And you know, I don't like that. In the Chinese world, you have to go to the master, and then when anything goes wrong in the Chinese world, you have to go to the high priest. That's how the Chinese kingdom is, you know. So don't believe that while you're telling me about them, I don't have something going on in my bloodstream telling me that boy they're threatening my kingdom.
The kingdom.
Yes, but I'm writing for them.
Okay. Did they participate in the Knockliwood show, or did they just perform
Just perform. I don't want them to get into and
competition?
I have a little girl in Carnival coming up. We did a song for as well, taking her to studio, and a little one from no Georgetown. Because what I noticed, I can't deal with those individuals who are 17 and 18 who people trying to tell you how to help, and then they're all about competition. I don't want the kids them now to think about competition. I want to think about the discipline in the game and how to approach it and so on. And then when they get all that done, then they will be able to fit themselves into competition. That's why my brother, 2 sons, not in competition.
All right, Fireman, this is where we gotta leave it. So I guess you really have
You
to
what?
come back.
I'm handing
With,
up some
I
time.
get no. It's okay. It's okay. We're 1 o'clock. It's okay. But what we'll definitely do, it appears that whether it's with Tajo or it's with, but I can't bring you out with nobody in shoot because you alone could do all the talk. Um, but we definitely have to come back because I really want us to focus on this year's music. What your plans are for this year. What your thoughts are for the heating up of Carnival. So maybe uh, towards the end of June, early July, we'll probably do this again. This time with Fire Empress, as both of you prepare for battle. And
There'll be no more battle.
I
You
hear you.
understand? There'll be no more battle.
I hear you. So,
Yes.
Fireman,
If
thank you
people
so
don't,
much for being a part of the program this evening.
right, there will be no more bottle. Is there no bottle policy? And no bottle. Hey, Sian, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, like I always say, is the greatest place on earth. I have something to say, I want to know what my people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines really want. They wanted an airport, and when we start building it, they make noise, they lang up them out. We wanted a new seaport, we build it, they will out. They go Barbados and Jamaica and see lights and they say, I don't get no, I put lights them along. Where you want?
Good night, eh? Good night. We
No,
go talk.
going to get you.
We go talk.
We are playing to St. Marshall, my name is Fireman, who plays Megadog, heavy metal pump up undefeated, undisputed, silent violence, weapon of mass destruction, the chosen one, concrete with steel reinforcement, specially certified aggregates, His Imperial Majesty, Royal Highness, Room 39, Miss Super Sun, the electric fence, rule of the land. Somebody say, uplift!
Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. Up late. All right. Thank you so much, Fireman. One of the electric fence one, that new one. Electric fence, that new one.
No, that was the year before. The year before. That's the ruler. So this year we get one. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, buddy. All the best. Thank you so much. And that was Delroy Fireman Hooper. I thank him. Listen, the guy's fun. The guy's absolute fun. Don't tell me you didn't enjoy tonight's program. And like Tajo said, who said it? Somebody said continuation part two. Maxwell, yes, Tajo said that we definitely have to do a part two. And Tajo, I'll be calling you at some point as well. Because I tried to get you and on the 14th as well, but you were already tied up and had commitments with VC3, so unfortunately that wasn't possible. So let me thank you so much, everybody who logged on to this evening's program. It has been a pleasure, and it was really fun doing this with Fireman this evening. Don't forget, I hope you took your photograph. Take a photograph of you watching the program. Remember, just to recap, to be a part of the competition to win yourself this mug, one like this, Uplift with Sion Marshall, all you need to do is take a photograph of yourself watching the program like right now, post it on your timeline. If you look on the Facebook page of Uplift with Sion Marshall, you would see what you're supposed to put in the caption. Copy and paste that, put it in the caption, tag us at Uplift with Sion Marshall. Get your friends, your whoever followers, like your followers and so on, to like the photograph. And at the end of this month, we would select 2 individuals to win their very own mug. Also remember that you are able to participate in the program on both Facebook and on Instagram, or Instagram handle at Uplate WSM. At Uplate WSM. Find us, follow us, and you'd be and to participate to be able to win yourself your very own mug. Until next week, when we are back with you with another program, let me thank you so much for participating. Wish you all a fantastic night. Good night.